Hey everyone. So this is kind of a part 2 to an original just short video that I had posted, and I'll post right before this, that is basically just like ordering of Ebony boss battles. And just quick reiteration, let's say you send troops to attack a boss. First you're going to have the ground troop attack, then the mounted troops, and the ranged troops. Siege attacks first, but makes things weird, so we don't send siege to rallies. So this video is supposed to be a follow-up, with the idea being, here we're just going to talk about basics for attacking bosses, as well as, joining rallies. So let's just start with attacking bosses, because I'm waiting here to start this Ymir 2 rally. So we're going to start a rally, and I'm going to send ground troops at it. Or, sorry, not ground troops. I'm going to send mounted troops at it. Excuse me. And we're only going to send one tier and one type of troop. Like, if I want to send mounted at a boss, I'm going to send all T13 mounted, or all T12 mounted. Or if I want to send range, I'm going to send all T13 range, nothing else. Again, the reason why is going back to our kind of like ordering of battles. But like if you send T13 mounted and T13 range, and you found that you got no wounded in that attack, really all that means is your mounted were able to kill that boss without any help from the ranged troops. Because if the ranged troops had done anything, basically what would happen is you would get some amount of wounded for the mounted troops, and then the range would kind of finish them off after your mounted troops already lost the fight. So we're only sending one tier and one type, basically just because like they go down the list by tier and type of troop, and like the next in line doesn't really get to fight until the one before wins. So like the goal is always get no wounded troops. So you sending extra tiers is just counterproductive. They're either not helpful, or they're just like you preparing yourself to get a bunch of wounded troops, which again is our goal not to get. Let's see here. So, the stated goal when we are attacking a boss is we want to get no wounded, right? We can go look over here at, I didn't start that rally, did I start this one? There. No wounded. I sent way too more troops than I needed here, but I got no wounded. Here I started that one, I got no wounded. The goal when you're attacking a boss is you don't want to get any wounded. You don't want to spend those resources on healing. Those are resources you could be putting other places. The idea is you want to beat the boss on the first round of combat before they have a chance to hit you back, right? Your troops square off with the boss, they walk up, they hit them, and then the boss hits them back. So if you kill them on the first hit, then the boss never gets the chance to hit you back, and you don't get any wounded. So given that, the only stat that really matters when you are attacking bosses is attack, right? If the goal is the defense and HP, they help, but they're only helping if you're getting wounded anyway, right? Like, they have to hit you for your HP to matter, so, like, all HP is really doing is reducing the amount of wounded that you're getting on that backlash. So, naturally, the troops at the highest attack are the best at killing bosses, right? And we can just go over here. It won't actually let me look at my mounted troops right now, I don't think. But I can look at my grounds, and they have about 8,000 attack. I can look at my cabs, they have about 16,000. I can look at my siege, they have about 7.5. And I can look at my range, and they have, those are T12, let's compare T13s, they have about 10. Right, so like the mounted have a lot more attack than the ranged, and then the siege and the ground have about the same attack. Mounted have the most attack, followed by range. So like mounted troops tend to be the best at killing bosses because they have the most attack. They're the easiest ones to kill the boss with no wounded. Beyond that, like, your general matters a lot, right? I put a lot of work into my bossing general because I kill lots of bosses. But, like, I have a few pieces of civ gear on him. But, like, look in here, my defense refines, my HP refines. They're, like, not very good. These are actually decent, but, like, whatever. I haven't focused that hard on them. But, like, my attack refines are pretty good. They're all above 20%. And this is what we really want to be focusing on. Mounted troop attack, attacking troops attack right there. Over here, we've got mounted troop attack. We've got mounted troop attack, right? When you're making a general for bossing, you want to max your attack for whatever troop type that they're going to be leading. And again, here we said mounted, but like the same would go for if you wanted to kill bosses with range, which sometimes I will do. But again, like range is less good. I can only kill less strong bosses with my range troops. Cool. So killing bosses, send one tier, one type of troop only when you're starting off the rally. If you're trying to make your general better for killing bosses, you know, you're probably wanting to use mounted troops for big bosses. So mounted troop attack, that's the thing that you really want to focus on. All the gear, all their finds give you mounted troop attack. That's going to make it better so you can kill that boss without wounded before they get a chance to hit you back. Okay, cool. The second part is joining rallies. And this is going to be a tiny bit harder because I don't actually have any rallies to join. So we're going to get a little bit imaginative here just for a second so we can see it. I'm going to start a rally with another account. Let me just see if I can find a bad monster that people aren't going to join. Sure. So, yeah, sure, whatever. Okay, so looking over here at, when I join a rally, I can basically do two things. So I can join with a double drop general, right? So a double drop general, essentially that just means, like a Baybars or a Cleopatra, somebody that grants some percentage double, item drop rate, right? So essentially what that means is, if I go over to, I can look down, so like right here, usually you get one chest. I got two chests because I sent, well, bad example, he has a luck book, but we'll go on to the next one here. All right, I got one there, I got one there, I got two there, looking for one where I joined someone else's rally. There we go. I joined with a Baybars, and I got, double drop. I should usually get one bag, one chest, one of everything. Okay. So these double drop generals are really good. And if you want your troop to come back, right? So like if you don't want to get any, so like if you're sending a general, basically you have to wait for that general to walk back no matter what. So you're just going to send a troop that is likely not to take wounded. And you know, for most part, people are sending mounted to kill bosses, so the thing that's not going to get wounded is range. So if I go to here and I join this rally with my Baybars in one range troop, what's going to happen is my Baybars they're going to go to the boss, they're going to kill the boss, and then they are going to walk back to the hive. Cool. Sometimes the walking back to the hive takes a while, especially if like you're dealing with an all, or like you're a player who's a little bit smaller. It's hard to keep up with the rallies. So the other strategy you can do is you can go over to here. You can resign your general. So here I have no general. And now what you can do is you can pick a troop that's almost guaranteed to get wounded. We're going to pick a ground troop. Ground troops get wounded because they attack first, right? So the ground troops, they walk in, they hit the boss with the club, and the boss laughs at them and then kills them. And they're going to get wounded. And there's no general, so there's nobody left. So they don't have to walk back. And I'll make that point in just a second here, like so you can see that. while we're waiting for him to walk there, because it takes a while, let's start another rally. Again, we're going to send mounted troops, and we're going to send all of one type. All T12, no other ones. Cool. So my guy's on the rally, so I'm just going to send early, because I'm going to lose this rally anyway. We'll attack now. And we can see these guys walking over here. So what I'm actually just going to do is we're going to speed this up. And we're marching, so over there we can see them, or they're attacking that boss. And then it disappeared. See that march there? I didn't have to wait for them to walk back. That's because if I go look over here, my troop got wounded. And there was no general, so nobody was there to walk back. Now, let's say there were a bunch of rallies going on. I would have that march free. I could go join another rally. And if, like, this boss was, like, really far away from the hive and not 10 feet from the hive, then I just save myself, like, I don't know, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever. Cool. So two options for joining rallies. You join with a ranged troop and a double drop general, or you join with no general and a ground troop. Cool. The last thing I want to mention here, before I finish this video, because I think it's getting a little long, is, so, like, I talked about double drop generals, right? Let's go look over here. I have Baybars. On top of this, right, on top of this double drop thing you get from their main ability, you can also put double drop rings on them, right? So there's the King's Ring that gives me, where is it, 26%. Or there's the Dragon Ring. I know I have one someplace. Where's my Dragon Ring? This is rather annoying. Maybe I don't have a Dragon Ring on any of them. Dragon Ring gives you 2% more double drop rate. So 26 versus 28. You know, the Dragon Ring's a little bit better, but, like, this uses probably a third of the materials. I would suggest you just put King's Rings. Fearless King's Ring, it's the one that gives you double drop rate. Put it on every one of your generals that you join rallies with. Ideally, you have 5 Baybars and Cleopatras. You can find both of them in the tavern. Baybar's a little harder to find. Cleopatra's a little bit easier to find. But, like, you know, you can see here, I have a good amount of them. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I'll join with Theodora as well, because she gives double drop. 10% double drop, plus I can put a book on her. She also has a King's Ring, right? I'm getting about 50% double drop. I'm getting like 150% of the resources I would usually get. So, join rallies with double drop generals. The higher you can get the double drop, the better, because that's more resources you're getting. When you are trying to kill bosses, send one troop, one type. Generally mounted are the best, but you can kill bosses with other types of troops. If it was another day of the week, I could show you killing Serbs with range and ground. It's not that bad to do. Cool. That was a lot of information. If you guys have any questions, please leave a comment. I'd be happy to go try and answer, or you can send me a message in game, or whatever works best for you. Thanks everyone for watching. Have a great day.